Penn Badgley plays a lovable Dan Humphrey on the hit CW show Gossip Girl, and he's slowly being lured into the life of glamour, gloss, and gossip as things with Serena start to heat up.
How would you like to see what really happens at a fashion shoot?
I'm sorry, this is Dan Humphrey. Are you sure you're not trying to reach my sister?
Look, I know it's a girly offer, but chew on this. I'll be there.
Can I bet on that? Because law of averages says I'd lose my shirt.
Oh, come on. It's Blair's shoot, so I have to be there for moral support.
Blair? Well, I'm definitely not going now.
Look, she's really not...
And we're so happy to have him here with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Very well, thank you. So anyway, this last week's episode, what we just saw, like things kind of went a little downhill after that.
They did. Which episode was it?
This was the episode with the photo shoot where Serena replaces her Blair.
Yeah, things they do go downhill for a bit, but they're on the up and up. Like for instance, right now we're shooting the Thanksgiving episode, and they certainly are much better now. Although I can't tell you what.
All right. So have you guys like gotten together by this episode that we're clearly not going to see?
Yeah,
for a
I guess
while?
I can tell you that. Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Good. Do you think the two of them should be together? I mean, because obviously, like
they
in this
should.
episode, you can tell there are differences. You know?
And I think that they're really good for each other because they're both very different.
Yeah.
You know, she's good for Dan because I think he's a little bit neurotic, you know, and so she lightens him up.
But he's also like a really good guy. I mean, like,
he's
that's
great.
The thing.
He's an impossibly good guy.
And the thing is like why like he would be considered an outcast when he seems like he's got his stuff together.
Yeah.
You know?
Well. I guess it's just because it's scripted.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he dresses better than I do, and he's a very cool guy. So I'm not sure why he is an outcast.
Would you say you were more like him or more like Nate growing up?
I would say for the most part I'm like Dan. I mean, Dan is the every guy. You know, he's the most easily relatable.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely say I was more like Dan growing up, although not quite as socially awkward.
Yeah, and an athlete as well, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I did play sports.
And also, I mean, working with all these beautiful women, it's got to be tempting and tough.
It's tempting. You know? It's not tough.
No, yeah. Must be fun. So how does it affect? I mean, because I know a lot of the other guys have come on. They have girlfriends. Are you a single one or a taken one?
I'm single. Yes, I'm single.
So you basically have the pick of the pie since the others have girlfriends. You know, so
yeah,
if you go out with all the guys.
The pick of the pie.
So when you go out with all the guys, you're the only one that's available.
That's not true. No.
See,
Ed is not single, but he's the only one actually.
Okay.
Chase is single. He and I will go out. It's fun.
Wreak havoc throughout Manhattan.
Yeah, wreak havoc.
Now, is it true that that Tina Fey is more your type than Serena?
Yeah. How do you know that? I saw a clip of her. She's right there actually.
That's
I'm looking
her,
at her
I
on
know.
Yeah, she's I love her. Her and Parker Posey. I love the two of them, and they actually shoot in the same studio as us.
Really? And have you met?
I haven't. I actually saw her in the elevator once, and I was such a nerd. I was just like, that's Tina Fey.
Really? So you clammed up.
I did, yeah.
Well, now that if she's watching and she sees it, she'll know to talk to you in the elevator.
I guess.
Even though she's married and a mom and all that.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Now, also, I mean, what do you do for hobbies? Because I know you're busy, and I know that you guys are all living in Manhattan. What types of things do you do? Around the
I would
city?
say my main hobby is probably playing music. I mean, I love to play music. I mean, we'll go out obviously. We do all sorts of things. Like last night, I went out. It's a lot of fun, and the cast is very close. But as far as hobbies go, like what I do for myself personally, I play a lot of music.
Sing?
Sing, and I play piano and guitar, which sounds sort of cheesy. I'm not a cheesy singer-songwriter.
Well, maybe you and Ed could get together because he left his band behind.
That's right, the Filthy Youth.
So maybe the two of you could form your own group, right?
Yeah,
the Gossip Girl
we
guys.
could. That's not what we'll do, but
I couldn't come up with anything else, but I'll think on it.
Right.
Well, thank you so much for getting up early.
Of course.
And of course, continued success. The show is great.
Thank you very much.
And you can catch Gossip Girl Wednesday nights at 9 right here on the CW. And coming up later this hour, which celebrity Paris plans on visiting in jail.
I'm addicted to that show. I actually stay up